Hey everyone, welcome back to Modlife Season 3, episode number 24, picking up right where we left off last episode, except for I just made a few little interior design changes. I picked up the crusher. I'm going to replace it over here in the corner, probably get another one made as well and put next to it, but doing a little bit of work here in our processing plant. Like how it's turning out so far. I'm just trying to get a few more ideas going. Really like this sturdy technical block here, and I'm just not sure how I'm going to set this all up if I want to like automate it and stuff. I also made 2 more lasers to finish off our 2 sets of 9 lasers for our heated furnace we made last episode, which I have to say, this thing is amazing. It's gonna be so cool sitting over here. Possibly could do a glass here now that I'm just now thinking about it. That way, you know, we could just kind of like look inside. We really shouldn't have to worry about getting in here too often. May even set up a little system to where we could just like put something in an ender pouch and or ender chest, and anything that falls in that chest is automatically smelted and sent into our white ender chest here, which will be sorted into our system. That might be kind of cool. Maybe something like that in the near future. But today I have other plans, and that would be revolving around replacing this. I've been sitting pretty low on durability on some of this armor for a little while now. And, well, there's some benefits to actually upgrading, and one of them being movement speed. I haven't really been able to move around too fast at all in this clanky diamond armor, which is actually kind of nice, considering we do have some feather falling and protection on some of them. But let's do a little bit better. Let's take a look at getting into modular power suits. I have not played with modular power suits in a very long time, probably since 1.5.2 in FTB Unleashed. Yeah, something like that. Might have been a little bit after, but oh, it is so cool. It revolves around using the power armor tinker table and the actual armor components. There's even an item that you can use that's kind of like a multi-tool of sorts and a weapon too. It'd be kind of cool to poke around with that, but I'm really happy with my multi-drill and my inforged sword, so I don't know. We'll see about that later on, but first, I want to do the armor. So to make the armor, we're going to need a lot of Invar and wiring, which is going to consist of a lot of copper and a lot of silver. So let's do a stack of this, a couple stacks of those, and I believe Invar. How are we doing on that? That's not too bad. We'll grab a stack of iron and a stack of nickel. Jump back over to our processing plant, and we'll just toss this into our induction smelter. Now we're going to start losing a little bit of power, but we can go ahead and compensate for that real quick just by throwing a flux point on the back, and it'll be fine for a little while. So let's do that real quick. Back to our induction smelter. Unfortunately, it looks like it's not actually hooking up properly. Is it because of the actual bag? Well, that's strange. It doesn't seem to want to hook up properly. I would have thought that the calculator items would have hooked up to the thermal expansion items just fine. Huh. Even cleared out, it doesn't connect up. Well, I know a fix for that. No big deal. We'll just pick up our HV capacitor so we can see the power being drained out of that for the time being. We'll just pop this on here, connect it to the network, and everyone's all happy again. So, no big deal. There we go. And we got our Invar getting cooked up. You know what? Let's go ahead and grab what we can and head our way back over to do a little bit of quick crafting. So what are we going to need? Well, we got our silver, we got our copper, and let's just do this and that, and yeah, that looks pretty good to me. We'll just make up a whole ton of wiring. Now, the reason why I did make up a whole bunch is because eventually I'm probably going to need it. So for now, we're just going to make up what we need. I don't need 20 power leggings, though, so yeah. Let's just be careful not to shift-click those out of there. And we'll quickly craft each piece of our armor. This is going to be awesome. It's been so long since I've played with it. So we can go ahead and unequip our little bit of a diamond armor we have, and we'll go ahead and toss it in a chest somewhere for safekeeping. Where can we toss it? Yeah, see, I gotta fix my inventory, guys. We'll just toss it in there for now. And let's don our new power armor. Look at that. This stuff looks so cool. I love the modeling that was done for this armor. It looks just amazing. And it's so much fun to play around with. So how do we actually mess around with this? Well, after the armor is crafted, we need to make the power armor tinker table. So we do have plenty of a little amount of emeralds. Let's go ahead and grab a couple pieces of electrum. Couple, right? That makes all the sense in the world. A few couple. We need 1 piece of silver, 2 of those guys. Toss that there, and boom, and bam. We got that. Last component we need is a basic machine frame. Really? It's raining again? It just stopped raining. Well, thankfully we're working inside of our warehouse, so it's just kind of some nice ambience in the background. I don't mind one bit. Alright, so we need some tin gear. I don't even understand what is happening right now. It's like some tin gear, a few couple things and stuff. That just makes all the sense in the world. Wonderful. You know what? For now, let's go ahead and just toss this in here, just because, well, it's raining and it's a little obnoxious and stuff. So we'll just kind of play around in here. Plus, we'll need to stay in here to make some more stuff for our armor. And we're going to be demonstrating this as well to get around. So after we make our power armor tinker table and we have our armor in our inventory or equipped, when we open up our GUI here for the power armor tinker table, we can see our helmet, our chest plate, the leggings, and our boots all here. And pretty cool stuff here. We have 3 tabs at the top: Tinker, Keybinds, and Visual. It also tells us our weight. Our current weight is 0, which we're flying pretty light at the moment. 0 energy storage and 0 points of armor. Let's check out Visual real quick. This is just kind of to have a little bit of fun, but apparently you can actually swap how your armor looks. It's pretty neat. I'm not really a big fan of the other version though. Tubes and visor. Does that actually change on the fly? Whoa, it actually does. That's interesting. Not a fan. Really not a fan. How do I change that back? Okay, let's see that. Oh, okay, yeah. So we can actually kind of customize it a little bit. I believe this is what I want. This is just normal. Actually, it's camouflaged, apparently. Interesting. Oops, that was Tinker. Let's see, where is it at? It's not this one, is it? Gosh, that looks so dorky. What is wrong with my face? Holy cow, man. All right. Oh, here we go, down here. This stuff. I believe. Yeah. If we just set this like so on the far left and just equip all of this, we can kind of click and drag it around and see that our helm is actually set up the right way now. So, wow. That is a lot of customization you can do. So there's 2 types of helms. I'm sure you might be able to actually download more or add on to this, possibly. I'm seeing it kind of seems that way, but we can also go through and change the color. Now, I don't really want to change any colors or anything, so I'm not going to worry about it right now. I'll kind of poke around with that a little bit later. You can do the same thing with a chest plate, the leggings, and the boots, but that's not really the part I want to poke around with right now. What I want is tinkering, and let's go ahead and check out the actual helmet, what we can add to our helmet for, well, some new modules, increasing its capabilities. We have night vision, binoculars under vision, so this is pretty cool. Special is flight control, an integrated circuit to help you fly better. Environment, which has a water electrolyzer. When you run out of air, this module will jolt the water around you, electrolyzing a small bubble to breathe from. What is happening? Here's a spider. I moved the thing, and for some reason, it's not working. Oh, I turned off the rain a minute ago. Rah! You shall not steal. Well, they didn't really steal that much. That's wonderful. I remember what happened now. I turned off the rain a minute ago, and I completely forgot to set this back to day. Time has to stay on day in order for this system to actually work. So, whoops, my bad. Where did I leave off at? We was looking at the power helmet here. So, a couple definite things I do want. We want armor and we want energy. Energy is going to allow the armor and anything in the actual armor to function, actually. So we want to make sure we make some different types of armor. There's 3 different types to choose from here. And then there's also heat sink, a thick layer of plating to soak up heat. This actually is like a little bit like fire protection from what I'm aware of. And it also helps your suit from getting overheated. So you guys will notice on the far right of my screen by my sword, when it's poking upwards, yeah. We have a couple different bars over there, and those kind of represent, if I remember correctly, power and heat and stuff like that. So, seriously, armor? I don't even look that cool anymore. What happened? All my stuff's like all invisibles. I don't like being How do I set it back to normal? Arms jetpack. Man. Now I gotta fix this. I'll fix it in a little bit. Whatever. So we do need to do some crafting. The iron plating's nice. It says it's heavy but protective. It does work. Advanced iron plating is lighter than the iron plating. It's harder, which means it's more protective than basic, but it is a little bit more expensive. Obviously, diamond requires more diamond. And then here we have the energy shield. Energy shields are much lighter than plating, but consume energy. So this will actually, cost power, apparently, but it's saying that the energy shield will, and this is really what I want to make. So if we click on that, it'll say we need however many items to actually install that module. So we need 2 force field emitters. Okay, it seems reasonable. I would need to get 8 of these if I want this on all of my armor, which I really do. But if we take a look here, we'll have a couple different other modules that I'd like to get as well. We got shock absorber, jet boots. We got, I'll probably want to get a battery or 2, we'll see. And then on leggings, we have uphill step assist, my favorite, swim boost, jump assist, and sprint assist. I definitely want these 3. So as you can see, it says we need some servo motors, which I'll go ahead and craft those real quick. Those are actually pretty easy to make. Servo motor requires solenoids, wiring, which you can see why I made so much. And the solenoids actually require, oh, look at that, more wiring. So let's go ahead and craft up a handful of these guys, because I know I'm going to be needing some more of these. Maybe 16? We'll start off with 16, that sounds good. And the servo motor, we're going to require a pneumatic servo. So let's grab just a handful of this, a handful of that, maybe a little bit of this, and let's see how many of our pneumatic servos we can actually make. 32? Sure, why not? We have plenty of resources, not worried about those at the moment. So let's go ahead and make our 8 servos and install our movement speeds. So sprint assist, installed. Jump assist, installed. Uphill step assist. Oh, we ran out of servos. Well, these are the 2 I want anyway. So what do we have next? If we click on that, you can see that we have a little slider bar here on both of them. Compensation. Is that slider bar? Not? Oh, there it goes. I was going to say it's not really clicking and dragging. So you can see as we drag it upwards, it increases energy consumption for sprinting, and it also has a sprint exhaustion compensation. Okay. Walking assist. So anytime we walk around, we can fully adjust how fast we actually move. And, ooh, cool, the power. So more speed multiplier increases also power consumption. Walking assist, we can turn that off and only have it work when we're running, which is pretty awesome. So you can see this actually works by default. We really shouldn't have to worry about getting a battery at all, just because we have ourselves fully powered at all times thanks to our Flux network. It's really awesome. So just walking around, it's a normal speed, but when we run, we got our sprint boost, and I love that. So let's take a look at this one more time. Let's try this with the walking assist now. So now when we walk, we're walking a lot faster, and running still as fast. Love this. This is awesome. Yeah, finally we got some movement speed, and I like it. So same with jump assist. We have compensation and power. Now compensation, I'm trying to remember what that actually is going to do for us. Do I want that turned all the way down? Whee! So we do take a little bit of fall damage, but unfortunately, yeah, if we jump too high, I guess we could still die. But thankfully, with our nutrition module here, we're actually getting our health and stuff restored back when we hit the ground. But we can actually fix that thanks to a shock absorber. Jet boots are not as strong as a jetpack, but they should be at least strong enough to counteract gravity. It requires 2 ion thrusters. Now, the shock absorber requires 2 servo motors and some wool. That's actually not too bad, considering we've been doing a really good job on string lately, thanks to our industrial hemp farm outside. So let's go ahead and make up another couple solenoids. I think 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that'd be good. I'll do a little bit more of these crafting things off camera in a minute because we're going to be needing a lot of it. We'll go ahead and install this and increase the power to full. Because when we jump, that's awesome. Look at that. So now we should be able to get around really quickly. We have a way to jump up really high and enjoy ourselves. Look at that. Whee! I can get on top of things and fix stuff however I wish. Not have to worry about fall damage too much, hopefully. One way we can actually go ahead and test this a little bit more is jumping up from up here. Oh yeah, that's awesome. I like it. There's just some other modules that we can also start making as well and having some fun with. But I'm going to go and do a little bit of quick crafting, see if I can't possibly try to fix myself real quick, because, yeah, this shouldn't be doing that. So I'm going to go and do that, do a little bit of crafting, get some more of these solenoids and stuff of that matter. I may also go ahead and craft up the force field emitters, because I would like to install this into my armor. That way we have full armor. Right now, as you can see, our armor is actually at 54 out of 75. Huh, we actually have some decent armor already. That's not too bad considering everything else, and we have a whole bunch of health saved up in our nutrition module, so I don't know, we'll see. I'm gonna go and do the crafting real quick. I'll be back in just a minute when we're done. Alright guys, and we're back, looking good again with our modular power suits. I figured out what I had done wrong in the visual tab here. Notice that on the armor, not this one, but the MPS chest armor, this was actually set all to the left, and my armor was all invisible and stuff. So I went ahead and reset it all down to the centerpiece here. I'm not sure what the difference is really. I'm sure we can go through and have this set over to the color system and stuff like that. But like I said, I'll poke around with that a little bit later. But for now, looking pretty good. I also made a few other little judgment calls since we left off because I'm running a little low on silver. And at the moment, my quarry's not running, but I did get it moved. And in the mining dimension, I noticed that our armor is not staying full from our flux network, but the flux points still work in the mining dimension from our flux controller and our flux network. So it works for transferring energy to the dimension, but for some reason it doesn't work transferring energy to our player from another dimension. So I'm not sure what I'd have to do to actually get that fixed. I might have to put maybe one of those in the mining dimension, not sure. But anyways, so I decided instead of going for like the armor, considering we're already at a 54 out of 75 armor at the bottom here, I think that's alright. You know, I don't want to get too overpowered here. I've already got this nutrition module that keeps our health way up, so I'm thinking instead, let's just go forth, add a little bit of energy to our armor. So I went ahead and crafted up some hardened energy cell frames, and these are pretty easy to make. Leadstone energy cell frames rendered by Invar, and yeah, that pretty simple stuff. So I'm going to make 4 MV capacitors, and I'm going to install one of each inside of our armor. So one there, one there, one there, and one there. So battery size, we can actually increase this, but as you can see, as we increase the storage there, it increases our weight, and the weight actually slows us down. So I think we can also do that with IC2 power, but we don't really have anything with IC2 power, so I'm not going to worry about it too much, and I might actually get away. See, our weight is now in red. Let's see what happens when we max this thing out. Honestly, that's not too bad. You know, I don't mind my speed being reduced this much, but our armor is getting filled up from our flux network here. So let's actually take a look, see if we're actually decimating this thing yet. Our jumping's kind of weird. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I gotta say, this thing is getting pretty drained at the moment. Why is this thing dead? I'm actually wondering if my quarry... I don't think it was my armor. It could have been my armor. I'm not sure what the transfer rate is there between these two, but let's go lower the rate here. We don't need that much power on each of our actual armor pieces here. So let's just kind of take it down. And I think that's still, yeah. So if we just take it down to its least amount, it'll still have some weight. We'll still have some battery. And we should be able to be just fine for a while. So, yeah, there we go. Look at that. So now we can actually move around really well. Not a big deal. Get a lot of power coming back in again, thankfully. Okay, so I'm assuming our armor drained the crap out of this thing. I'm assuming. So we'll have to be very, very careful. Don't want to get too much going on. So as it sits right now, we're looking pretty nice. Let's get a little bit more movement going. I was thinking, instead of doing like a jetpack, which I usually always go for, like the jetpack, I was thinking maybe the glider and possibly the jet boots. So I'm going to go with the jet boots first, see how well those actually work, and then if they're not as great as planned, I'll see if I can't try out the glider. So let's see, what do we need? For our jet boots, we're going to need 2 ion thrusters. And for that, that's going to require 2 force field emitters for each one. So we do need 4. That's going to be, a lot of tesseracts. And a lot of ender pearls. Let's go ahead and grab those guys real quick. Might want to go ahead and grab another quick stack of that. Oops, home teleport. And that way we can go ahead and make ourselves up some more ender pearls, which we'll more than likely need. And since we left off, I also went ahead and got some hardened glass going, just because I knew I was going to need some. So let's go ahead and craft up real quick what we're going to need. We're going to need our tesseract frame here. And what was I missing? What was that doing, Majanger? Oh, right, Enderium. We made that last episode. That's right. Well, before last episode. Between episodes. And we made a whole bunch of it in preparation for this and, well, other things later. So we do have everything we need. Let's make, what do we need? 4 of these? Yeah, that should be fine. Wait, did we need 4? We need 1, 2. We need 2 of these. So we need 1, 2. Yeah, we just need 4. That's fine. There we go. We got 4 of our tesseract frames. Now we just need to fill them with liquid ender. So let's take our ender pearls here. Toss them into our magma crucible. I need to flip-flop these around, actually. But that's okay. We'll just set it up to export out the top instead. And import on blue from the bottom. There we go. We got a resonant ender coming in. Pop in our tesseract frames. And as soon as we get 1,000 millibuckets of that, it'll start processing our tesseract frame. Everything looking good. So I'm probably going to need to move this little guy over here. He's going to need some power. Because he's not going to be able to function too long without it. Especially this magma crucible. He uses a lot of power up compared to the fluid transposer. So there we go. We have a tesseract frame full. And I believe that's actually all we need. Yep. We don't need to actually craft this into the full version of it, which is the full tesseract. So we'll just go ahead and utilize this. So that's one part. We're going to need, what is that, 16 solenoids? Whoa. Going a little crazy overboard here, aren't we? Yeah, we're definitely going to need some more silver. Might have to do a little bit of mining real quick. And looks like we're good here. So let's go ahead and transfer this battery up. Whoops. To our fluid transposer to make sure this is nice and speedy, because as power goes down in our thermal expansion machines, they do perform a lot slower. They perform their fastest when they actually have full power. And, well, you can also install augments to make it even more faster and stuff like that, but yeah, we won't need to do that right now. Alright, so it looks like to me we're going to probably need some more solenoids. Let's see how many we can actually craft. We need 16. We'll grab these. And let's just do this, this, and that. It's going to take us up to 10. It's not too bad. We got enough Invar for everything, but we do need some more wires. So that's going to require some more silver. I'm thinking I might have to jump and get our crusher up and running real quick. But we do have our tesseract frames ready to go. Let me see if I can go down, do a little bit of mining, maybe down here in our old mine here. Is this going to protect me? Well, I guess I didn't really have to do all that. But anyways, I'm going to do a little bit of quick mining down here and see what I can find as far as resources is concerned. Get my crusher back up and running and get some more silver so we can finish off our modular power suits. Well, kind of flight stuff. We'll be back in just a minute. All right, guys, and I kind of made a small little mistake, and that was trying to find silver in the overworld where it actually does not spawn. It only spawns in the mining dimension. So, okay. Creepy Enderman. You! Get out of my area! Go away, Enderman! Tired of seeing you guys looming about and creeping me out, man. Jeez, it's like every time I look around, it's like, ooh, Enderman. Everywhere. Anyway, so I went to the mining dimension. I managed to get some silver, made up some more solenoids, so we're good there. I went ahead and just used my pulverizer for the time being, and then I threw it inside of our heated furnace. It was awesome. I loved it. So I got some more Invar cooking up at the moment. It's just more than what we need. Power's running low. Got to get a power situation running in here. But for the time being, let's cook up a few more of their solenoids. We're going to need another 4 more, actually, plus what we need, because we need 2 solenoids for each ion thruster, so we'll need 4. So we're going to need 2 pieces of electrum. We got the wiring we need. We need a piece of glowstone for each one. So piece of glowstone, a couple pieces of electrum, and we should be good to go. And yes, I accidentally got hit by Fred. Fred hit me in the mining dimension. Was trying to turn me into a zombie. Don't quite appreciate that, Fred. Don't quite appreciate that. What's stupid Enderman? Everywhere. They're everywhere, I say, everywhere. So there we go, 4 force field emitters. Like I said, not going to worry about the armor for these too much. And I believe earlier I said I only need 1 for each, but apparently, re-looked, the force field emitter, we need 2 of those for each energy shield. So, yeah, on each piece of armor. So, I'm going to worry about that later. Not right now, not too much of a big thing. I'm doing all right. So, we'll just go ahead and get our ion thrusters up and going. Bam. 2 of those guys. Let's install our jet boots. Done. So let's increase our thrust all the way up to maximum capacity. And let's just take a look. So jet boots thrust, 80 meters, or I'm assuming that's meters. Energy is 75, the consumption. So yeah, let's get a whirl. Oh, that's cool. Oh, wait, what the heck? Something burrowed out of the ground here? And well, nonetheless, really like the jet boots. That's pretty cool. They're not like it says, it's not as powerful as like the jetpack itself, but I don't really want to have that right now. I'm actually quite happy with just this for getting around and maybe doing a little bit of exploring. So say for instance, we just want to go this way for a little while. Whoa, hello. Oh, well then. I'm gonna have to do something about that soon. Very soon. You know what, let's pull these out, because we have a place to put all that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do something about this. Storage is becoming a quick problem. I'm gonna have to do some reworking and refixing on stuff, but this is just awesome. Being able to get around a lot faster. And installing Swift Swim, we could get around. Whoa, hello, Meteor Impact. I don't mind if I do at some point. That would be kind of cool. But we can definitely get around a lot faster, look around for some more meteors, find some more village spawns or like bandit spawns, some other fortresses or places we can explore for more loot. definitely want to be doing that. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and call it here for today. I want to say thank you guys so much for watching. Mission accomplished for what I wanted today. A little bit of armor and some better movement speed. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys would rate the video, I'd greatly appreciate it. If you guys have any helpful tips, tricks, or comments, feel free to put them in the comment section down below. And until next time, we'll see you guys then. Goodbye.